Tim the Hunter Hutt, Athos and Ario Mandaris, Machine Gun Charlie, Paul Fifield, Omar Kimweri, Nick Croucher, Tom Davis, Adam Wilcock, Zach Dunn, Craig Dunn. Welcome, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Young Victor, Lynn Victor, welcome along. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Maniatis Promotions. Tonight we pay tribute to the late Frank Bianco, amateur boxing star, professional boxer, amateur trainer, and we've got a big team here tonight supporting the late Frank Bianco. The Frank Bianco Memorial Cup up for grabs tonight. We'll also ask Sean Buckley to come to centre ring with Nick Croucher and Jeff Eddy or Tom Davis to make a presentation to Randy Ultratune Pedal-Curran, the WBA World Light Flyweight Champion, who on April 24 in Beijing defends his World Championship. Here we go on Go Fight Live. You're at the Malvern Stadium, Friday night fights. 4 rounds of super middleweight boxing. Would you welcome in the blue corner from Launching Place, Imindinda Hills. Works as a roof plumber. He did today before coming to centre ring tonight. Coach Nick Lightning Lund, Lightning Fight Centre. 3 professional fights, 1 win, 2 losses. At 71.20 kilograms, wearing black trunks, Bentley Shefford. And across the ring from the big White House stable in Glenroy, Luke Maloney, Marty Toma joining President Darryl Ford in the corner. From Broadmeadows, Eddie Maguire territory. 1 professional fight, 1 big win at 73.15 kilograms, wearing grey trunks with a touch of black, Hussein Skinny Dehaini. Your referee, Malcolm Bullner, World Championship referee. Judges, Samantha Bullner, Mark Cook and Andrew Campbell. Proudly sponsored by Ultratune. Welcome along. Here's Malcolm Bullner to give referees instructions.
Welcome to centre ring, gentlemen. Good luck to both the fighters.
Big night of boxing, 6 big bouts coming up tonight.
Shake hands. Thank you.
You got the best ringside seats in the house. Every seat taken tonight. Thank you for joining Peter Maniatis. Show 68. I'll call on an Ultratune representative to come down to present the medallions at the completion of the fight. Round 1.
Round 1 here for Hussein Dehaini versus Bentley Shefford. Shri Visuesa, my co-host at Radio Ringside. Gee, Husseini's straight into it, isn't he?
He's straight up gone and pinned Shefford against the ropes, and he doesn't look like he's here to mess around tonight.
I think he's got the taxi waiting outside. He wants to get in there, get the job done. And
yeah, looks like it. Well, Shefford was busy working today, and he's come into the ring, so hopefully he's all ready to go.
Yeah, well, Shefford, 17 professional kickboxing fights, 4 professional boxing fights, Southpaw, awkward. Hussein Dehaini, he's just straight into business. Yeah,
he is, and certainly keen to continue his pro boxing career. He's had the 1 fight already, and he's finished with the first round knockout. So you think that finishing it quick is his way to go?
Yeah, well, I'm impressed already with Hussein Dehaini. Big body shot. He's wailing away. This guy means business.
And Shefford really has to keep his defence tight because he wants to get through this initial passage and see if he can tire out Dehaini.
That's right. I think that's his game plan. He wants to see what Dehaini's got, then work a game plan after that. But straight right hand.
And that could be it. He looks in real trouble here, Shefford.
Hussein Dehaini, a massive shot.
And is that it? That is it. That is it in a first round knockout for Sam Dehaini in his debut at Malvern Town Hall.
Gee, that is a massive performance.
Oh, terrific display there, and certainly is someone to watch in the Victorian boxing scene.
He looks disappointed. He wants more action.
Malcolm Bullner called it off after 1 minute 20 seconds of round 1. How about that your winner, Hussein Skinny Dehaini. International Super International Super Welterweight Boxing. Would you welcome in the blue corner from Bangkok, Thailand, his coach, Mr. Tassanu, 28 years of age, 69 kilograms, his weight, wearing the familiar trunks of black with a touch of gold and red silver. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 bouts, 3 wins, 2 losses. Would you welcome Kai Fab Singmanasak in the blue corner. Give him a warm welcome to Melbourne, Australia. And across the ring from Bandura with a big supporter base here tonight, trained by Maurice Schott and the team at Northside in Preston. 5 bouts, 4 wins, 1 loss. 24 years young at 69.55 kilograms. Previously came off a very long and illustrated amateur career. At 69.55 kilograms, wearing trunks of black with a touch of silver grey. Would you welcome Khoder Assi. Stepping up, your referee in Collingwood colours, black and white, Mark Cook. Judges, World Championship referee judge Malcolm Bullner, Andrew Campbell and Samantha Bullner. Timekeeper at the bell, Damien Membry. Mick Gatto, arbitration and mediation services. Mick, can you come down for the presentation, or one of your colleagues? One of your colleagues or yourself, we're pleased to present the medallions after this bout. Referee's instructions from Mark Cook. Here we go, Mark, to centre ring.
Okay, guys, you know the rules. Now listen to my instructions at all times. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, go back to corners. Good luck.
Gentlemen, round 1, we're underway, bout 2.
Bout 2 here, Khoder Assi and Yingyut Audomrit from Thailand. Over 6 3-minute rounds at the junior middleweight limit, Shree.
Yeah, an interesting fight here. Khoder Assi certainly has had some great momentum in his career to date. He's had some pretty impressive wins, and now he takes on Audomrit in what is going to be an interesting bout.
Audomrit, heavily tattooed, from Thailand, arrived on Wednesday. A Muay Thai fighter as well, so he's got a lot of experience in the combat field. Got some interesting attire with the socks right up.
Yeah, interesting look. Maybe he's inspired by our local AFL players.
Khoder Assi, we've seen him in real good battles with Ben Caps. He's a real good fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, certainly a very good fighter and an exciting prospect in Victorian boxing. Tonight's bout, you would say that he's favoured to beat Audomrit, but he's going to still be tested.
Oh, he is. He is. There's no doubt about that. You know, it's a long way going through these undercards, and you have to learn your craft, and that's what these guys are doing right now. They're learning more about themselves as fighters and being able to settle in fights, etc. And you know, this is what it's all about, getting in and getting some rounds.
Yeah, and we've spoken with Khoder Assi recently on SEN, and he certainly seems quite a motivated young boxer, and he's had a number of 6-round fights and this another 6-rounder, and he said he was looking to stepping up to 8 and 10 rounders later in the year. What are your thoughts on his progress?
Look, he's a guy, obviously he fought Ben Caps. He's a a guy that takes his boxing seriously, and Morris shot at Northside Gym. He's a serious type of player, so there lands a nice chopping right hand there on K-Fi and gets his attention straight away.
He does, and needs to be careful here. Audomrit, he's really he's been tasting a bit of that power from Assi, and Assi certainly has been able to establish his jab here and get that momentum going.
He has, and it's massive here for these guys to be able to get rounds in under these conditions, isn't it? It
is, and it is a pretty packed crowd here tonight, and Audomrit isn't afraid to exchange.
Now, he's saying, I'm here to fight. He banged the gloves and said, let's do it.
I think so. He'd been tasting leather for the last 2 minutes, and now he's really starting to step up. So hopefully, for his sake, he can start to get some momentum going.
I think the feeling our process has gone out the window.
Yeah, I think so. Now we're nearly at the end of round one, but certainly Assi has dictated terms so far.
He has. He has. Audomit's had his moments as well.
Yeah.
Showing a bit of respect and touching gloves. Round 2 scheduled for 6 here at the junior middleweight limit. Khoder Assi with the, let's just say, grey and black Lonsdale shorts and the tie. Yingyut Audomrit with the black shorts and obviously high black socks. Interesting first round, Shree.
Yeah, an interesting round. Assi seemed to have dictated the pace throughout the first 2/3 of the round, but Audomrit certainly picked up the pace in that last minute or so. So really needs to keep his defence tight and start using a bit more offence, because things could slip away quickly for him.
He does. Look, as we mentioned, he's got that Muay Thai background and he's had a lot of fights in Thailand, so he's going to be tough. He showed signs of getting fired up there and touching gloves and wanting to get inside the contest, and that's the main thing. As long as he's switched on and wants to get inside the contest, the Thai Audomrit should go okay.
Yeah, well, let's look at Assi's career. He's had the 4 wins from the 5 fights, and out of those 4 wins, he's had 1 knockout, so he's used to going the distance. Do you feel that Assi has that knockout power to be able to stop someone like Audomrit within the first couple of rounds?
Look, I think he does, and I think it's going to be interesting what happens here over 6 rounds, because, as we mentioned, Khoder Assi hasn't been inside the ring for quite a while. He's had a bit of a hiatus, and he's back now, so he needs the rounds. Whether he's going to try and come out like Hussein, Dehaini the last round, and the taxi's parked outside, I'm going to go for broke. He's not doing that. He's feeling the pace of the fight, and he's enjoying the fight, and he's getting rounds in. That's what professional boxing's all about. He wants to get inside here, enjoy the contest and get some rounds and get some ring rust out.
Yeah, well, we look at Dehaini after he won the fight early in the first round. He was a bit disappointed because I think he wanted to keep going.
He did, and it's, big shot there landed.
Yeah, and he's certainly accumulating the blows nicely, Assi, and he's got some good movement there. His defence seems to be quite solid.
It is, and as we mentioned before, he's got the rounds underneath his belt as a professional, and this is Yingyut's first pro fight. I mean, we know he's fought a lot in kickboxing, but this is a different code, and he's he's in there right at the moment. He's trying, but he's probably wondering where they're coming from at times.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts on Muay Thai fighters transitioning into boxing? Is it quite easy for them to come across and be quite dynamic?
It depends what they've got to offer. I mean, if they've got the tools, why not? A lot of them have crossed over. John Wayne Parr, Paul Griggs, they've been successful at the crossover. It just depends. Is he capable? Has he got the ability? And look, he looks okay.
That's about round 2. Brian Finn will present the medallions after this fight.
Round 3 of the scheduled 6-round contest between Khoder Assi and Yingyut Audomrit. Khoder Assi certainly off to a great start.
It certainly is, and spearing into the 3rd round, it's an interesting contest here because the Thai Yingyut is offering certain spasmodic parts in the fight where he looks like he's in the fight, and other parts are just passive. So it's hard to get a good guide on him.
Yeah, it is. One thing I find with the number of Thai fighters in particular is that fighting the full 3 minutes of the round isn't something that they tend to specialise in.
And they're slow starters because I think that's the way they do it in Muay Thai. They wait till after the third round when the music speeds up and then they speed up. You can't do that in professional ranks.
Well, looking at this third round now, Khoder Assi again has taken control, but now we start to see Yingyut really use that jab a bit more and start to put together a bit more work rate.
He is, and he needs to do it because the fight's slipping away from him.
And he goes to the body there. Yingyut, he's really, that was a nice jab there by Assi, and this third round was pretty crucial now because in a 6-round fight, you lose your first 3 rounds, you can't win it unless you score a knockdown.
Assi, some nice combinations to the body and head there. But Yingyut just sits there. He's tough and durable this time.
He is tough. He certainly hasn't really looked too bothered by the shots that Assi's landed. And Assi's landed quite a few good, powerful shots as Assi goes to the body there.
Yeah.
And Assi, nice jab there. He's looking quite solid, Khoder. He's really, as we mentioned earlier, he's good at fighting the 6-round distance. He's very solid. He's got good stamina. But yeah, we want to see now whether he's going to really put the foot on the accelerator and try win a stoppage here.
Look, it's one of those things where, as we mentioned before, does he want the 6 rounds in the bank? Does he just cruise along, get his combos off, get some ring rust out and enjoy the contest, or does he try and take him out? But obviously the Thai's got something to offer too.
He does, and he's thrown a few big right hands here, Audomrit.
He has. He's enjoying the contest here.
He's not afraid to take a punch, and he's in order to land one. So this is great. This is great boxing for the fans.
This fight's starting to heat up a bit.
It is. And just got to be careful there, Audomrit. His defence looks a bit relaxed. I think he needs to make sure he doesn't get caught with a big shot.
Oh, he's firing back. This is toe-to-toe stuff.
Yeah, hell for leather stuff right here.
Round
and a great
3,
round.
Werner Kalen Manny Camilleria, official the Douglas at ringside.
Round 4 here, as we mentioned, junior middleweight limit, second bout of the night. Khoder Assi and Yingyut from Thailand. Flew in Wednesday night from Bangkok, so he's had a bit of time to settle down, and he looks comfortable in the fight, doesn't he, Shred?
He does. He's shown good aggression. Certainly in the last round, he's picked up his intensity from the offense point of view. You said he came in on Wednesday night. How many days?
Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday afternoon, okay. So acclimatising to Australian conditions, is 2 days okay?
Well, it's 7.5 hour direct flight, and it's only 2 hours back, so it only takes you a day or two to get over it.
Okay, oh, that's good. And now we're in the 4th round, so we will be interested to see what Yingyut does here. He had some good moments in that last round. He's going to have to really step it up again in this round so he can, perhaps get a win on the points for this round.
Oh, lands a nice body shot there, Yingyut.
Yeah, that was a good solid shot there. And a nice right hand by Assi.
Yeah, Assi really now starting to work the body, and that's what he needs to do. But as we say that, Yingyut just seems tough, doesn't he?
He does. He doesn't look afraid. He was in our corner just in the late part of the previous round, and he copped a couple of big right hands, but didn't flinch at all. He just threw a shot right back.
He did. So, look, Assi's getting nice work here.
Yeah.
You can't put a price on the rounds he's getting right now. Yeah, some nice shots.
Yeah, and a couple more there added by Assi, and Yingyut still willing to punch back, and has been quite durable.
Yingyut getting caught there in between the punches, but fighting back. And he's shown a ton of heart, Yingyut, isn't he?
He has. He's never at all looked in danger of being stopped.
No, he hasn't been rocked or hurt yet.
Yeah. He's going to have to, though, pick up the pace, though, here, because Assi seems to be in control at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. Yingyut now starting to get a bit of punishment moving around. He needs to start firing back, or he's just going to keep losing round after round after round. And he's just, I mean, he needs to get active. That's the thing. He needs to, I don't know what his game plan is, but when he lets his punches go, he's good. But when he just sits there, obviously he can't win a fight with not much activity. So he needs to start working now and getting some activity going and getting his punch output out.
Yeah, and speaking of activity, Khoder Assi's certainly been full of activity this round.
He has, and he got caught with some big shots again, but the tie's just tough. He's just really tough. And he's sort of loaded. He's not loading up the tie, but he's picking his moments where he can land some shots.
Round 4.
So it's been a quite competitive fight. I mean, Assi's definitely on top and winning the fight, but the tie's hung tough.
Yeah, it has been quite competitive.
Round 5 here, scheduled for 6.
And looking at the first 4 rounds, Peter, would you feel that either of the fighters will start to fatigue a bit?
Look, I think both of them are pretty fit and ready for the contest. I don't think they're showing any signs of fatigue.
And Assi continues to walk down Yingyut, and he's really bringing the fight. What would you say Yingyut's counter-punching capabilities are pretty solid?
For a pro debut, he's okay, he's solid. He's going to make a good pro. Maybe fighting someone lesser than Khoder Assi, he's going to be right into it. Another novice would probably be a good fight for him, but Assi just looks too experienced for him, for mine.
And Assi seems to be good at working the body and the head. He seems to be throwing combinations up and down, which has kind of confused Yingyut in his way to navigate his defence.
He has. I mean, in Yingyut now, I mean, he's circling now. He's probably in that passive survival mode now where he knows he needs a knockout to win, and I don't think he's got the power.
And would you say that the leverage on his shots hasn't been that dangerous in terms of really rocking Assi?
I don't think he's worried actually at all. Assi's definitely landed the heavier shots. So it's quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is an interesting fight. And you've had a lot of dealings with Yingyut's trainer, Tasanu.
Yeah.
What would his instructions be at this stage of the fight to one of his fighters in a normal, in a circumstance like this as occurring?
He'd want him just to fight it out and fight hard. You know, Yingyut's shoelaces have been undone, and Tasanu now doing him up. Giving him a nice breather too.
Yeah, coming at a handy time.
Oh, big left hook there from Khoder Assi. But Yingyut's just tough. He's weathered it, hasn't he?
He has. He's been very, very durable. It'd be nice to see him really land some of his own shots, but Assi seems to be, with his volume punching, really confusing him.
Triple Australian champion Paul Ferrari.
Nice body shot there by Yingyut.
Yingyut up against the ropes. He's been solid here tonight. He hasn't set the world on fire, but it's been a solid debut.
Yeah, that's good to see, and we hope to see him back at the Malvern Town Hall. And in a 6-round fight on your debut, it is a bit of a challenge, isn't it?
Against Khoder Assi, who's got a good record. I mean, he's only lost one to Ben Caps. It was a close loss too, and we've seen Black Caps come on in leaps and bounds.
That's the bell, round 5. 10 ultimate round, last round coming up.
And the 6th and final round, we're here, and Khoder Assi looking set to score a points decision victory here, Peter.
Oh, he is. It's great, isn't it? That it's great that that's happening, and you know, let's hope he can finish this fight.
Yeah, and as we've been talking all during the fight, the durability of Yingyut Audomrit has been quite admirable, particularly in his first professional fight and his first fight being at 6 rounds.
Oh, for sure. He's shown a great attitude. He's shown a great work rate here, and it's something that you know, he's going to get a massive benefit from, because you can't really buy the substitute of what he's doing now. That's ring rounds. You can do as much sparring as you like. You can do as much pads as you like. What he's doing at the moment, there's no substitute for that, for conditioning yourself for the fights.
Yeah, and you'd think Khoder Assi might be getting a little bit, I don't know what the right word is, but he'll be wanting to finish this fight. I think with the performance he's put in the last 5 rounds, I think he'll like to end it within the distance.
Yeah, he would. Here we go. They're right into it now, aren't they? Finishing off.
Yeah, they're fighting in close range here, and I think it works better for Yingyut when he's fighting in close range, because when he fights at distance, you feel like Assi seems to land the cleaner shots.
He does. So, gee, this is an interesting fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and Assi still has kept that real prolific work rate, and he's finishing strong going into the back end of the last round.
Yeah, that's been a massive performance here from Khoder Assi, though.
See, and a nice overhand right.
Yeah, he's enjoyed it.
Cracking left as well to go with that, and are we seeing a possibility for a knockdown here?
He's looking for a late stoppage in the fight here, Khoder Assi.
This is terrific work here by Assi, and he's punctuating a fantastic performance here with an excellent final round. And Yingyut isn't throwing that much here in the last half a minute. I think he just wants to see it to the bell. And with only less than 10 seconds to go, both fighters seem to have got to the end, and we'll be proud of their performances. And terrific display of boxing there by Khoder Assi, who looks set to record a unanimous point decision victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, our judges almost have the same score totals. Malcolm Bullner had it 60-52, Andrew Campbell 60-53, replicated Samantha Bullner 60-53. Unanimous points winner, red corner, Khoder Assi.
Very tough, very hard hand. Tried to work the body, I could only get one shot off to the body, so he took Diamondstein. But it was a good fight, good win, another one for the team, and we move on, that's all, step by step. I'd just like to thank our friends and family that came out today. Support is just amazing, boys from work, sitting in the corner, thanks boys for the support. You guys are great. I'd like to thank North Heidelberg Football Club for the boys that came out again. Fantastic. North Richmond Social Club, you boys always the best. Thanks for the support. And yeah, just inspired by a great kid named Tim, who really inspired me with me today. So thanks for that, Tim. Thanks guys. See you later. I am my corner. Can't forget you. Ali, Marty, Frank, George, Terry, and Mozza. Thank you very much.
Championship matches. Peter Maniatis on board with Ultratune. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing for the Victorian Welterweight Championship. Would you welcome in the blue corner from Newport, Melbourne's West, the challenger. 2 professional fights, 2 wins, 1 by knockout. Fought an Adam Wilcox show at Altona North. From the Fight Fit team, Paul Fifield, the Silver Fox, Brendan the Pacer, and Mark Mullen. University undergraduate at 66.10 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, total black trunks. The eyes have it. Cameron Eyes. And across the ring, the red corner, trained by the legendary Murray Thompson at the Fighters Factory, Blackburn. Living just down the road from the gym in Blackburn, South. Former VA Victorian junior age boxing champion. In professional boxing, 5 bouts, 4 wins, only 1 loss at 65.60 kilograms. Sea blue trunks with white trim. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending Victorian welterweight champion, the Energizer Bunny, Lewis Goodrich. Referee Malcolm the Bull Bullner. Judges Mark Cook, Andrew Campbell and Samantha Bullner. Timekeeper at the bell, Damien Membry. 8 rounds of boxing. Victorian Welterweight Championship. Malcolm, it's all yours to give referees instructions.
Welcome to centering, gentlemen. Let's have a good clean fight. Obey my instructions at all times. Shake hands now. No more fighting at the bell. Good luck.
Here we go, round 1.
Lewis Goodrich here and Cameron Eyes for the Victorian welterweight title. Lewis Goodrich the champion, Cameron Eyes the hungry challenger, trained by Paul Fifield in the blue shorts. Both fighters quick, sharp and mean business.
Yeah, great matchup here, Peter, and looking at both fighters, Cameron Eyes a bit less experienced but an undefeated record with 2 wins from his 2 fights, and Lewis Goodrich the champion, the reigning champion, with 4 wins and 1 loss from his 5 fights. How do you see this matchup panning out?
It's 50-50. That's what it's all about. These guys are going to enjoy the contest. That's as simple as that. You cannot enjoy more than a 50-50 contest, and that's what these guys want, and that's what boxing's all about. If you can get some 50-50 fights happening, there's nothing better.
It's exciting. It's an exciting bout planned here, and looking at the start already, both fighters seem quite explosive. A lot of speed on display.
Look, both fighters are trying to start quick, obviously, and that's what it's all about, and trying to get the upper hand, because you know, if you get a good start in boxing, it's half the battle. Both guys wailing away here.
The referee breaks up a little bit of a tangle, but
Lewis Goodrich looks a lot like Michael Katsidis, doesn't he?
he does. That's a good call. He just needs the tattoo on his back.
Whoa, Cameron Eyes!
Cracking left hand by Eyes, and that really tested Goodrich there.
Cameron Eyes, trained by Paul Fifield, and Lewis Goodrich, trained by Murray Thompson.
And really good side movement there by Eyes. He's certainly been able to negate the offense so far of Goodrich.
Both fighters have got nice, crispy punches, haven't they?
Yeah, they do, and it's going to be interesting to see this fight as it continues, because some heavy-handed blokes these two are.
They certainly are. Good call, Shree. This fight has got fireworks written all over it. This has got a real fight of the year look about it.
It does, and these are the kind of fights that you don't think on paper are going to be, that big of a spectacle, but these are the type of fights at the end of the year, when you look at the review of all the fights that have happened, will come up in the mix as one of the best.
Look, they've both started fast for an 8-round fight. There's just been 0 filling out process. That's the only thing I'm worrying about. There's going to be a moment where they're going to have a flat spot and suck it all up. They can't keep going at this pace.
Yeah, well, it's a good point, Peter. And
10 seconds in round
looking
1
at
remaining.
both fighters so far, you would say that the edge so far this round has gone to Cameron Eyes?
It's up on the score.
That's
Maybe,
still
yeah.
round 1, very competitive boxing. Cameron Eyes, Lewis Goodrich. Jimmy Vegas, how are you? Part of the big Ultra June team.
Gee, this fight now, it's starting to smell a fight of the year. Something sneaky. There's that sneaky smell sometimes you get that you know two gladiators in there, not willing to give an inch, not asking for an inch, and the contest just right in front of them.
Yeah, I'm but a great shot by Cameron Eyes.
But just looking at Lewis Goodrich, there's so much Katsides about him.
Yeah, he's got that vibe about him. Well, so far, I think that the cleaner shots have been landed by Cameron Eyes, but both fighters have really had their moments in the first round.
And it's going to be one of those fights, you can just see it now, it's going to be a nightmare to score.
Yeah, we look at the records of both fighters. Obviously, Goodrich's had the more fights, so we've seen him in an 8-rounder against Terry Dehaini, which he won comfortably, and then he also was scheduled to fight 10 rounds against Todd Kidd. Would you say that in terms of stamina, the edge would go to Goodrich?
Not really, because Cam Eyes trained by Paul Fifield, he gets him fit, you just don't know. I don't think it's going to be stamina that's going to determine the contest of this fight.
You think that we're in a chance for a stoppage or an early night here?
No way, unless it's cuts, I think we're going the distance. Both guys are just so fit, well trained and tuned out that they mean business. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and now we see Goodrich on the offense, and he's really landed a few good shots, but nice counters there by Cameron Eyes.
Yeah, look, Eyes now, sneaky right hand there from Eyes. This is as evenly matched as you can get. It's hard to really pick an out-and-out guy that's where you could say, well, you know, it's going to be a hard one, you know?
I think, yeah, it definitely looks an even matchup. And you look at their physiques, and both guys very cut up and look, you know, they've really made the welterweight limit and look raring to go. Yeah, for sure. And it's, Cameron Eyes there getting some good moments. In close, Eyes looks sharp, doesn't he? He does. He looks pretty explosive. He comes in with those short hooks like he's just done there. And I think he's caught Goodrich a few times on his unawares. Paul Fifield just trains him to the minute. And also Goodrich trained by... the body shot hurt him there. He's maybe feeling something. It just took the wind out of him for a moment. It's nearly the end of the round, so he might be happy that we hear the bell.
What a round, come on! Round 2, punch for punch. Get me with your best shot far away. Jimmy Vegas will make the presentation, Jimmy. Round 3 scheduled for 8.
And here we go again. Cameron Eyes versus Lewis Goodrich for the Victorian State welterweight title. And we've seen quite an explosive start to this fight, and Cameron Eyes looks to have landed some of the more heavier shots, but both fighters looking really good here, and we're in for a cracking 8 rounds. Oh, we certainly are. I mean, if the first 2 rounds anything to go by, it's just going to be a rip slaughter. Yeah, and we saw a nice left hook there by Eyes, but a very nice explosive counter there by Goodrich. This is the kind of fights the crowd love to see. 2 evenly matched fights where you don't know who's going to win. Yeah, and we've seen 2 local guys as well. Do you feel like the local component to the fight, where, you know, Jim's pride's might be a bit on the line here? Would you say that that also adds to the event? Look, any local derby adds a bit extra to the contest, doesn't it? Because it's bragging rights. You're going to have to see the guy at another promotion and what have you. So, I mean, when you fight interstate, you don't see them again. Here, these guys have to front up to each other at other promotions and see each other. And, you know, you don't want to have a notch up against you when it's a local derby. Just means that much more extra, doesn't it? Yeah, and we're starting to see a bit of blood coming out of Goodrich's nose. Yeah. And I wonder if that's going to distract him a bit as the fight continues. Don't think so. At this level, as long as it's sort of cut above the eye, you know, a bit of claret from the nose at the pros, it's pretty much,
you know, what you expect going for a fight, title fight as well. He's got a good corner too. I'm sure Murray will have the adrenaline going and up the nostrils, mate, with the adrenaline and the butts, and it normally stops it pretty quick.
Yeah, well, I guess it shows that you know, some pretty good shots have been landed, and we're showing some, you know, some real actions taking place.
Oh, for sure. It's big left hook there. Cameron Eyes is starting to be impressive, isn't he?
He is. He looks real, especially in close range. He's got that explosiveness that I think is really catching Goodrich by surprise.
And looking at him, he just looks like the guy from next door, you know, the plain-looking kid. But he's got a bit of fire in that belly, hasn't he?
He does, yeah. He does. It's a good point, Peter, and we are really seeing a real determined performance here.
Lewis Goodrich, though, I'm sure he's going to have to dig deep here to save his title, because he's not going to just hand it on a plate, that's for sure.
He's not, and he lands a nice combination. They're working the body and head, but Cameron Eyes comes back pretty strongly.
A big body shot there.
And a very good round there.
Three, we welcome Pretty Boy George. Pretty Boy George from the Hawthorn Football Club. Greg Grogan, assistant Murray Johnson. Seconds out, round 4.
Round 4, how have you scored it so far?
I've got Cameron Eyes ahead, and I think that he's landed the heavier shots. The cleaner shots has been by him. I think it's been competitive in most parts, but I've got Eyes in front. How about you, Pete?
Yeah, but a pretty close fight, but Eyes in front at the moment. Goodrich needs to turn the tide. Oh, this is toe-to-toe. This is what it's all about, Shree.
Yeah, this is pretty heavy-handed stuff right here.
Not 1 inch given, not 1 inch asked.
Yeah, this is brilliant. And it goes back to what you're saying, Peter, as a potential Fight of the Year candidate.
With rounds like that, it's you know, it's keeping the crowd active, and it's keeping the crowd really entertained.
You feel like every single person here in attendance is really glued to this fight, and why wouldn't they be?
Oh, nice shots. Goodrich is starting to get his work rate up, isn't he? He sort of feels that the fight could be slipping away.
I think so, yeah, that's a good
point.
point.
The work rate's starting to get thrown up.
Yeah, this round in particular, he's stepped it up a bit more, and I think he realises that rounds might be in the first 3 rounds that he might not have won. You know, he might not have won all of them, or he might have lost all of them. So he really wants to get on top of this fight now. You look at Cameron Eyes, and his trunks do appear a bit high. What are your thoughts on the height of his trunks?
No, they're okay. They're okay. Oh, some heavy clubbing shots. Both fighters landing. One thing I'm noticing here, when these guys launch, they launch. Like they say, I'm going to throw a punch. They don't care if they're going to get counted. They're just planting their feet and really wailing away, and it's making for a great fight.
Yeah, it is, definitely. And I think, you know, the first 3 rounds were quite explosive, but I feel like this round they've taken it up another notch.
They have, and that's what the good pros do. That's why we're talking. I can't wait for round 5, 6, 7 and 8. This is going to be a cracker. Definitely lock in your seatbelts and get ready for a nice ride in this fight.
Yeah, and neither fighter really looked like they were going to have gone down. I think they looked pretty solid and durable, as well as explosive. So, yeah, the 8-round distance is looking quite a likely one here.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The crowd's starting to really enjoy the contest now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so, and they're really starting to appreciate, you know, how close a contest it really is.
10 seconds.
This has been a very competitive 4th round, hasn't it?
Certainly, and I think
Goodrich's punch output's improved.
Definitely, and he might have taken that round.
Yeah.
Round 4.
Round 5, and this fight is definitely heading up, Sri Visiasam.
It is indeed, and we've seen 4 really high-paced rounds, and heading into the 5th, both fighters have had quite good moments, and it's going to be interesting to see how they hold up the pace going into the second half of the fight.
I think they'll be fine. Both guys are just so fit, you can just see it, that they'll go 8 rounds easy.
And you did mention their trainers really being good at working on durability, stamina, and that capacity to fight the full distance with full pace.
Oh, both of them have done the work. There's no doubt about that. Oh, some big shots there landed. This is what it's all about, this close infighting.
It is, and
We just got sprinkled with some blood, Shreek, but it's okay.
that shows how close
We are to the action.
Yeah, indeed.
I'll send Lewis Goodrich my laundry bill. I'll just find out where he lives.
Yeah. And we saw Goodrich really push Eyes against the ropes, and he started to land some quite heavy shots, but Eyes has responded in kind, and really no one's really taken a backward step here.
No, they haven't. They haven't. Goodrich seems strong now, doesn't he? He's starting to work into the fight now.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a different Goodrich ever since we started the 4th round, and the momentum might be starting to head towards his direction.
It could. This has been an evenly matched fight. It's give and take a round or two. There's nothing in it, is there?
Yeah, I'd say there's anything in it either. And look, as a promoter, Peter, these are the kind of fights that you love to sort of match up and see eventuate.
Oh, this is what the crowd loves. This is what it's all about. The third man in the ring, Malcolm Bulmer, refereed many a world title fight, big WBC referee.
Yeah, and he refereed the recent Mundine Rabchenko fight back in Melbourne in November.
No, he wasn't a referee for that. He was a judge. Referee was from Belgium, I think, or Sweden. One of the...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, the judge. Yeah, he was the judge that was the final scorecard they read.
He was, yeah. Experienced judge and referee. I think Sri Lankan heritage.
Okay, yeah, he was the Olympian now, wasn't he?
Yeah. Sri, you must be upset with the cricket, or you're copping it pretty sweet.
Oh, no, a bit disappointed. I was hoping India would put in a bit stronger performance.
Once Kohli went, it was just pack up the bags and...
Yeah, well, yeah, that 3 wickets in that space of 20 minutes really ultimately cost him the game.
No, better not get sidetracked here as we go into the 5th round.
And
another explosive round by both fighters.
Round 5. Jack T-Bone State tucker.
Round 6, and we wish it was a 10-rounder.
Yeah, well,
I don't want this fight to end.
Maybe we will see a rematch in the future for a national title.
Who knows? Who knows?
And Cameron Eyes has really flipped his intensity going into the start of this round, and both fighters though have really stepped up the pace at different stages. You don't feel that either fighter has been dominated in terms of work rate.
No, they haven't, and it's going to be a hard fight to score. It's just going to be an unbelievably hard fight to score.
Do you feel that being a reigning champion, Goodrich has any sort of advantages in being the reigning title holder?
I don't think it's going to play much part in it. I really don't. I think the fight's going to be won in the 7th and 8th round. I think that's where someone's going to pull away, or has to pull away, to have a clear win, because at the moment it seems to be seesawing a bit. I mean, Eyes won the early rounds. Goodrich has come back with great work rate, and there's nothing in it.
Yeah. I think this round, I know we're only less than a minute into it, but the pace seems to have slowed.
Well, they had to. They had to. It was too breakneck. I mean, they were fighting it, basically without any breaks. Now this is a round where you could take off and have a breather, but they won't.
And a cracking right hand there by Cameron Eyes, having Goodrich against the ropes, but he has been cautioned by the referee there.
This fight's also been fought in great spirit too, hasn't it? Both fighters really honest with each other and great sportsmen, and no illegal blows, no holding. They just want to fight.
Yeah, it's a good call, Peter. Yeah, we haven't really seen much of tying each other down. It's been very it's been kept at a nice distance, and when they've come in close, they've been broken up pretty quickly.
Great call. Goodrich now on the outside, using the jab, sticking and moving,
Yeah,
mixing it up a bit.
Yeah, that's right. He's changed tack slightly, and maybe Cameron Eyes might like that though.
10 seconds.
Nice body shot there by Cameron Eyes, and a very good round once again.
How did you score that, Sean?
I'll give that round to Cameron Eyes.
Sunday, the World Cup, Australia versus New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 6, Murray Thompson called the fight off. Lewis Goodrich, a nasal injury. Would you congratulate the new Victorian welterweight champion, Cameron Eyes? Jimmy Vegas on behalf of Ultratune to make the belt presentation. How about 3 cheers for Cameron? Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Bad luck, Lewis Goodrich. Well done, Cameron. It was a grueling fight.
Yeah, it was a good, tough fight. I wanted Lewis for the fight. Comes in here, puts his body on the line, like every other fighter does. So thanks for the fight, mate. Thanks, Peter Manianis, for putting on the show. Great show, good crowd here, good turnout, which is always good. Helps the fight game going. Also, thanks to my corner, Paul. Huge help. All the guys from the gym. Graham, of course, in behind me and back me. Thank you very much, mate. Also, all the fans and my girlfriend, of course. Couldn't do without you. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Here we go, bout 4, Peter Manianis Promotions in a session with, once again off air, no, we're on air. Okay, Ultratune, you're at the Malvern Stadium, Friday night fights. Your referee, this bout, Malcolm Bullner, judges, Mark Cook, Samantha Bullner and Andrew Campbell. 6 rounds of middleweight international boxing. Would you welcome in the blue corner from Patam Thani in Thailand, Mr. Tassanui and Werner Keller working the corner. 27 fights, 14 wins, 1 draw, 12 losses, 7 inside the distance. Wearing pillar box red trunks with a touch of gold. At 74.60 kilograms, welcome back, Yodmongkol Singmanasak. And in the red corner, celebrating his 23rd birthday on Wednesday, from Craigieburn via Thailand and Russia, head coach Joe Nader Power Play, 2 times winner of the Bob Rose Cup here, also the WBC Asia Council middleweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, 17 fights, 16 wins, only 1 loss in Russia, 8 inside the distance. They dubbed him Pretty Boy, wearing, ladies and gentlemen, red and black Essendon Bombers colours, if they've got a team this year. Will you welcome Michael Pretty Boy Zerafa? Here's Malcolm Bullner to give referees instructions. If Essendon have got a team this year, we're not certain yet.
Welcome to the ring, gentlemen. Stand back.
Graham of Essendon,
Let's have a
Mayfield,
good clean fight. Obey my instructions all the time. Shake hands, don't come up.
They have to for television reasons.
Here we go, Michael Zerafa. The stare down was enormous there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty fierce. Exciting fight, I hope ensues.
I think he's going to come out smoking here up against Yodmongkol Singmanasak. He means business. It's a business end of the night. We're getting to the pointy end of the night, and Michael Zerafa, 16-1, fresh from his world title fight in Russia. He's going to look to make a statement here tonight, Shree.
Yeah, he is, and big year hopefully for Michael Zerafa. He's really come up in leaps and bounds the last couple of years, but now might be the time for him.
It could be, and Yodmongkol's been here before. We saw him fight Martin Toma. He's an experienced Thai fighter, 27 professional bouts. He went the distance with Dudu Bahari in Indonesia last year over 10 rounds, and Bahari a record of 43-1. Singmanasak gets caught there. Zerafa's got that pretty boy style, hasn't he? He likes to bounce side to side and catch the right hand.
That was beautiful.
And look, Zerafa's a slow starter. We know it takes him a couple of rounds to get ready, and he's not one of these guys that comes out smoking, so he likes to feel his opponent out. This is going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, he does. He might be looking to make a statement tonight, given the way things have started. A few smiles there, and Zerafa back to business.
Yodmongkol, he's, as we mentioned, he's had 27 fights. He's experienced fighter, and you know, he's won 13, and I think he's won 14 and lost 13. Got caught there with a sneaky right hand. He can't sleep on Michael Zerafa, whereas he'll end up canvas back. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and you just see him there. Look at him go to the body and head Zerafa. He's very explosive, and he means business tonight.
He certainly does. Yodmongkol getting caught with some good shots, though. He really needs to get his hands up, establish a jab, and not get caught with anything big early in the fight, because if he gets caught with anything big early in the fight like that, it's just going to hurt him.
Yeah, and it's been a very good dominant round by Zerafa, and things are looking pretty strong for him.
Yeah, look, he's shown the side-to-side movement, and I mean, it's rounds a game. It's the first time he's back in the ring in 2015. He's getting rounds in.
Round two between Michael Zerafa and Yodmongkol Singmanasak, and a dominant first round by Michael Zerafa.
This is, let's just say, Zerafa's first look at 2015, and I mean, it's probably not the ideal opponent in front of him that he wants, not the ideal start, but it is professional boxing, and he's getting rounds in the bank, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and having gotten Michael a fight against a very high-profile emerging prospect in Russia, how would you say Michael has taken since that bout?
Well, he had a good win straight after the bout against a Hungarian kickboxing opponent, and in here tonight he looks good. I mean, he's learnt from that fight. He was in the fight all the way, and you learn from things like that, travelling abroad and fighting international opponents, so he's got a lot out of that fight. It seemed tonight he's really relaxed. He's fighting within himself. Big body shots there. He's looking at a shot where he's going to make a statement here, and he'll pick his moment, I think, where he's going to explode on Singmanasak. At the moment, as we said, it takes Michael a couple of rounds to get ready, and when he does pick his moment to launch, definitely launches hard.
Yeah, and Singmanasak, he fought Martin Toma, as you mentioned earlier, Peter, over 4 rounds last year, and he lost all 4 rounds. Would you feel that a stoppage tonight could be possible for Zerafa over Singmanasak?
I think Michael, I mean, of course it's possible. He's had some big shots here. It just depends what Michael wants to do. I mean, if he wants to get some rounds in, he wants to, you know, load up. I think he wants to load up and make a statement. He just heard that the $1,000 is up for grab with Sean Buckley with the bonus, and he wants that $1,000. I'd be going for the knockout.
When you want to get those hooks in, back up, grab, here.
Seconds out, round 3.
Round 3 here, Shri, of a 6-round contest, and Michael Zerafa. This is about the time he starts to go to work. And I'm telling you, he loves 3, 4 and 5. He's a slow starter and he takes him a while to warm up, and this is what he needs to warm up.
Yeah, and he's got some nice trunks and shoes on tonight. He's looking every bit the pretty boy.
Yodmongkol tonight, he's definitely come in shape. He's had a lot of notice for this fight. He was training for a Muay Thai kickboxing fight, so he does kickboxing and boxing, so he's a fit type of an opponent.
Yeah, well, we've got it's a 6-rounder, but they're 2-minute rounds. Do you think that works in Yodmongkol's favour?
I wouldn't have a clue whose favour it works in, but, you know, it's something that maybe could. I mean, because Zerafa's a 3-minute fight. I say it's Yodmongkol. Yodmongkol here, I mean, he's trying to assess the fight. He's trying to get inside the fight. He's worn a couple of big body shots, but he's looked comfortable at all times. He hasn't been dropped yet, but into the 3rd round, Yodmongkol landed a right hand there. This is probably the best moment he's had in the whole fight.
Yeah, he's really stepping up his offence, Yodmongkol, and a nice looping right hand.
Look, Zerafa, he's got to not take him lightly. I mean, Yodmongkol's a live opponent right here in front of him. He's having probably the best moment of the whole fight now.
He's almost, won the last 15 seconds.
Zerafa's waving him on. This could be setting a trap. Zerafa, I think he's setting a trap to counterpunch him. Wouldn't be surprised. See, there we go. He made him walk into the right hand. This could be the end.
But a nice right there, left by Singmanasak, so you got to give him credit.
Singmanasak's definitely wailing away and having some good moments, but I think Zerafa's trying to set a trap here.
Round 3, scheduled for 6. Second chance to face round 4.
Yodmongkol, he's accounted himself quite well here tonight. But now I think it's time Michael Zerafa will start going to work.
Yeah, well, we're in the second half of the fight now, so if Zerafa wants to get that stoppage, you'd think, he'd really be looking for it now.
I think he will. I think he will. This is time where he presses the fight and looks for that stoppage.
It's interesting, Singmanasak hasn't really looked overly concerned with Zerafa's offence, even though he has been quite dominant.
Big right hand there from Zerafa. Now Zerafa's starting to go to work, looking for the finish. An explanation mark. And Singmanasak goes down for the count.
Just as I said, he wasn't worried. That was a great stoppage by Zerafa.
A big body shot was the one that got it. Double flex bicep from Zerafa to make a statement. I'm here and I'm back in town for 2015. Team Zerafa very happy with that ending, I bet.
A fantastic performance by Michael Zerafa, and yeah, a great start to the year for him as well.
I think he's looking for that $1,000 Sean Buckley's offered for the knockout.
And I think he's in with a good chance with that.
49 seconds into round 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the pretty boy triumphs again. Give a big round of applause for Michael Pretty Boy Zerafa. Nick, you've got a presentation to make to Michael. Kirsty with the Nick. Kirsty's now to present a medallion. Lots of goodies for coming your way, Michael. Okay. And Yodmongkol. boxing for the vacant Victorian Middleweight Championship. Good stuff, David, with the bell tolls. First championship fight in professional boxing for Mark Cook. Making his debut in centre ring, Mr. Mark Cook. Judges Andrew Campbell and Team Bullner. Members of the Professional Boxing Combat Sports Board, Scott Brower and Michael Ashton, Commissioners. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome in the red corner from Bentley East, head coach Mick Hargraves, by Chief at 1300. Adam Woodcock supporting the guys, unbeaten in his professional campaign. 6 fights, 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 inside the distance. Would you welcome challenger number 1, red and blue, boxing fit, 1300 official colours, Alex Dynamite Don. And across the ring in the blue corner, Luke Maloney, Marty Tober, and President Ford from the White House. 6 fights, 5 wins, 1 draw, 3 wins by knockout, and 72 kilograms even. Would you welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wearing blue trunks with a touch of white, Iron Mike Esgandari. Here's Mark Cook to give both boxers a rundown of the rules. He expects considering Mick Croucher with the championship belt to be presented by a member of the Ultra Tune team. Peter Smith is in the house.
Victorian middleweight title. State Victorian middleweight title. Alex Don and Ajdar Esgandari, or as we know him as Mike Esgandari.
Carly, and from Missouri, USA, Roxy.
This fight promises fireworks. Do not blink. One of the 50-50 matchups we spoke about. Esgandari, trained by Daryl Ford. Alex Don, trained by Mick Hargraves at Boxing Fit Gym. Alex Don with the red shorts and blue piping, and Esgandari, let's just say, with the navy blue shorts. Big right hand early from Alex Don.
And as you touched on, Peter, another local gym rivalry, you could say.
And Alex Don's come out firing. This is a bit of Hagler Hearns here. Esgandari trying to find his marbles here early.
And another right hook there by Don. He's really come out.
Don started fast. Esgandari trying to get used to the pace of this fight. There is no feeling out process, Reed.
Not at all, and I think Esgandari's been caught on his unawares, and he's caught again with the right hand, but he answers back with the right of his own.
This has got a war written all over it. We can just see it straight away. Alex Don's come out and said, I'm going to put my Esplanade on this fight. I want it, and I'm going to take it. But Esgandari's not going to just sit there now. He's starting to find his range.
But he gets caught again by Don, and Don seems to have got his measure at the moment, and he's got that composure which holds him in good stead.
Esgandari, a slow starter, is just looking to get his marbles here and find his range in this fight, and Alex Don's not letting him do that.
And Don means all business. He's looking pretty good at the moment.
Esgandari, heavy-handed. We've seen him fight here before. He's a heavy-handed fighter. Stepping up tonight, both fighters for their first title fight.
Yeah, this is a cracking fight here, a worthy semi-main event.
Look, it's...
Oh, big right, and he's down!
Esgandari down. Don lands a big right hand.
He shook it off, but he doesn't look too good in his eyes. He looks a bit shaken up there.
Esgandari needs to hold on here. He needs to get his marbles back.
Yeah, he wants to get out of this round. He doesn't want to be stuck in the corner.
Don's going for a big finish. Esgandari now starting to fight back.
He is. He really wants to get out of this round.
And just get back in the corner because Don started fast.
Don's really fighting good at range. He's looking really good here at the moment.
Esgandari needs to find his range, as we mentioned before. because Don's absolutely attacked him and bombarded the first round.
Nice little left hook there by Esgandari.
Esgandari now, maybe that could have got him into the fight because he's starting to really, after a slow start, starting to feel his way through it.
You've got to give him credit though, Esgandari's really still coming forward.
He is. Oh, what a round to start off with. Never a dull moment.
Brian Armatura's next big show, Friday, May 22 in the Melbourne Pavilion. Seconds out, round 2.
This first round was a cracking first round, Sri. We didn't expect what would happen. There was a lot of fireworks in that first round.
A lot of fireworks, and I wonder what's in store for round 2. Let's see if Esgandari's got his bearings right.
Well, he's going to need to get him right because Don is a house of fire at the moment.
Yeah, and he's the undefeated fighter. He's got, from his 6 fights, he's got 5. Sorry, he's fought 6 times. He's got 5 wins and 1 draw. And he hasn't tasted defeat before. And Esgandari's got the 5 wins and the 1 loss from his 6 fights. So, a really interesting contest.
It certainly is. Look, it's got fireworks written all over. You can't blink because Esgandari is heavy-handed as well. Walks into a right hand there.
And he's
Don goes down.
Down, he's done.
Heavy-handed Esgandari has dropped Don.
Cracking
He gets
left
up
hand.
at 5. He gets up at 6. This has got Fight of the Year written all over it. Hagler Hearns. Here we go. The finish from Esgandari. Is it on? We're waiting. He's wild at the moment. Looking for the finish. Don on his feet. Don had Esgandari down in the first round. Esgandari lands another right hand. Here we go. It's on here.
This is
Ripley
brilliant.
does a Hagler Hearns. This is what the fight game's all about.
Unbelievable turnaround by Esgandari in the second round.
Both fighters have been on the canvas. Don in round 2, Esgandari in round 1. Both fighters have had their moments, evenly matched. Title up for grabs, Street.
A cracking left hand by Esgandari, and he's on top now. And what a turnaround it's been.
This is exactly what the fight game needs. Fights like this, both fighters down, the crowd not knowing which way it is going.
Good comeback here by Don, but Esgandari responds in kind.
Esgandari lands another right hand.
And the left to follow, and wow.
Oh, Don lands a right hand. This is
brilliant.
seesawing. Who are you tipping here, Shree?
Oh, I can't say, Peter. This is unbelievable.
This is what it's all about, folks. If you want to see a boxing fight, tune in here.
What a
Both
turnaround by
fighters are
Esgandari.
tigers. As we mentioned, Don dropped Esgandari, and Esgandari's just dropped Don, so returned it with spades.
And another left by
Left hook.
Esgandari.
Uppercut from Don.
That left hand is really troubling Don.
Both
Gets caught
fighters
again.
a bit wonky on their feet, to be honest. Big shots landed from both fighters. Oh, big right hand there. How did Don stay up? Don is out on it. How did he stay up from that? This is round of the year. If I haven't seen a round of the year, this is round of the year. How did he stay up? This is what it's all about.
Come on! How about a standing ovation? Round 2.
Don is cut on the left eye. Something will happen in this third round.
Thank you, 19 seconds out, round 3. Let's get involved.
Both fighters have had their moments.
Tonight.
This is a horror film unfolding right in front of us. The game plan's gone out the window. It's basically throw bombs at each other and who can last. Survival of the fittest. Shree, how are you feeling? You're texting away. Who are you texting to?
Yeah, I'm just writing
trying
some
to get a
notes
bet
down.
on.
Just right, yeah, I should be doing some betting. Just taking some notes here, but yeah, it is it's incredible viewing, and a right hand there by Esgandari.
The fight's even. Both fighters have had each other down and both had 10-8 rounds, so...
And a cracking left by Esgandari. This is ripping watching.
This is a big left hook. Don now in the fight of his life. Don, at the moment, cut above the left eye.
Yeah, cut, and that cut is looking a bit of a worry there for Don. He really wants to keep that under control, and his corner will certainly do their best to do so. And another left.
All I'm saying is, can they keep up this pace? Someone's going to punch themselves out.
Well, that's a great question, but that left hook by Esgandari has really, really troubled Don throughout the last round and a half.
This has got fight of the year written all over it.
Yeah,
we mentioned Hagler Hearns. Wild Esgandari.
All right, that's okay there, but right hand
Don
there by
lands a
Don.
right hand. This has got war written all over it.
Doesn't Don?
Right hand from Don.
Don's
starting a left hook from Don.
He's getting back into it, Don, and I think this makes it even more interesting. And a nice body shot by Esgandari. So back and forth, back and forth. Looks like he's got two cuts, Don, one on each eye.
He has, and this is battlement to these guys just throwing bombs. Every punch is loaded with bad intentions. Either one of them can go. You can't blink.
You can't, and this is terrific watching here. And
wild again, Esgandari.
The pace certainly has slowed down a little bit, but they've both taken some heavy shots, so you got to take that into account.
And they've both thrown big shots too. Oh,
Yeah.
big shots again. This so far has been the most thrilling 3 rounds I've seen for 2015, Shree.
I would say, yeah, quite comfortably.
Oh, big right hand there from Don.
10 seconds.
Oh, Esgandari with a left
terrific
hook.
left hook. That's the shot that's been getting Don. Another great round. Excellent.
Round 3.
Alex Don stands up, mans up, and says, let's go again for round 4.
And here we go. And the explosive nature of the fighters continue with Don
Alex
charging
Don
out.
just charging out. This has started from the word go. This is just absolutely... I'm losing my voice, Shree.
Yeah, something's going to give here, you feel. And after that last round, we might see something happen this round where the fight really breaks open.
This has been the fight so far has really put the crowd on its feet.
Yeah. And we're saying that about the last fight, but this fight I think has taken the night to another level. Esgandari
and Don, they just keep at each other, and what a big shot.
He's very confident, Esgandari. He's really backing his punching ability. It's funny, you look at the two different styles. You got Esgandari seems a bit more of a relaxed style fighter, whereas you look at Alex Don, he seems like he's really, he's on his toes, pushing himself forward. It's a contrast in styles, and it's making for a thrilling viewing.
This is the fittest man standing because, let's be honest, no one left any tickets or petrol in the tank the first few rounds. It was all out attack.
Yeah, well, you didn't see the attack, but I think the pace has slightly slowed, but the way the fight is heading, it's still hell for leather.
It's hard to score, Scree. How are you scoring it?
Oh, well, I'm finding this round very difficult to score, but I think Don has really lifted his work rate this round compared to Esgandari.
He has. Alex Don, trained by Mick Hargraves at Boxing Fit, Mike Esgandari by Daryl Ford at Glenroy. Both great boxing people.
Yeah, great local boxing gyms and producing some terrific fighters.
And they turned their fighter out sensationally here tonight. This has been a massive effort from both camps. Because these guys are... Oh, big right hand there from Don. Catches the attention of Esgandari.
It does.
They're both heavy-handed, aren't they?
Very. And as we're getting towards the end of the 4th round, both fighters still throwing power shot after power shot.
That's what the fight game's all about. Alex Don and Mike Esgandari, true warriors of the sport. They're doing their thing in there and they're enjoying it. They're just throwing bombs. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but it is. And a cracking left by Esgandari.
Just trying to basically outwill each other, and they've both got that much will that it's not funny. Oh, Esgandari walking forward. This is absolutely...
Round 4.
Round 5. Who thought we would have been here the way they both started?
Yeah, it's amazing we are. And but the credit to both fighters, I think they've adapted with this intense pace.
It's just been a brutal fight. It's a fight that the spectators like to see, but it's a fight that the fighters don't want to have all the time. It's brutal, isn't it? They've both tasted very big power shots.
They have, and they've pushed through, and I don't think any fighter wants to give an inch. And you feel that this fight is going to continue like this until the end. And Don backs Esgandari back against the ropes, but Esgandari circles around and continues along. But Don is certainly on the front foot here.
Esgandari looking to land a big shot here. Alex Don working away, just being a workman, walking forward, throwing a lot of punches. Esgandari looking to counter with a big shot. He wants to land that left hook. He landed in the second round.
He does, and he's really backing himself on the back foot, Esgandari. He's a lot of good head movement.
This is toe-to-toe type of stuff, though.
Yeah, it is.
Up against the rope. You can put him in a phone booth, these two. This is what state titles are all about. These guys can go into Australian titles. They're moving up nicely. Both of them can fight for Australian titles. With development, big right hand there from it's actually a left hand. Esgandari turned southpaw.
Yeah, that's it. That's been his favourite shot tonight, that left hook.
Esgandari walks up with his hands down though. It's a bit of a...
And he uses a lot of head movement without a high guard. It is quite interesting, but so far, in the most part, it's proved effective for him. And a cracking left. Esgandari really backing himself here.
Big body shots now from Esgandari.
He's turned it up the last half a minute, Esgandari. The momentum of the round has shifted.
Don now coming back with a right hand and an uppercut. Gee, this is seesawing all the way.
Sticks out the left, Esgandari, as he moves in, and he's looking quite confident at the moment.
Both fighters have gone beyond the call of duty, let's be quite honest, Reed.
Oh, that is definitely the case.
Oh, help.
Big left, right.
Don's got a look at this early storm.
Esgandari finishes the round with a bang.
This is what it's all about. Paul Ferrari, this is what you call proper fighters, mate. These guys turn up with their gloves and they'll fight. Paul, very similar to yourself in the old days. Have gloves, will travel and give 110%.
Peter Owens in the house back from Las Vegas. Not the Jimmy Vegas, but Las Vegas.
This has been hard to keep up with, Shri. Not in our wildest dreams if we think we'd see a fight like this here tonight.
Oh, no way. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is one of the fights of the year already.
Both fighters have had their moments. Both fighters have looked like stopping one another. Both fighters have been hurt.
Yeah, and you looked at the first round, and Don really was on top, and Esgandari almost looked worried after getting knocked down. He didn't look like he might have able been past the first round. Gets a knockdown early in the second, and now almost looks like he's on top.
That's what you call seesawing type of fights.
Really backing himself, Esgandari. He's not really... he's fighting with a low guard, and he's throwing some heavy power shots.
He's wearing a lot of shots, though, Shrees, isn't he?
He is. That's the worry. It is always a concern when when you're taking the shots in fighting that style, but he has been giving quite a lot in return, so maybe he likes it that way.
Yeah, I think Esgandari's probably saying, I'll take one to give one type of situation, and that.
And by getting that knockdown, he knows that his power has been effective on Don.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're starting to get the feeling that this fight might actually go the distance. We didn't think that in round 3. As we see Don here working his offense and lands a nice little right on Esgandari, and Esgandari pokes the tongue out.
Which is a sign he's hurt. When fighters do that. Oh, but he comes back with a big right hand. It's going to be a hard round to score again.
It is. It's going to be hard.
I hate to be a judge for this one.
Yeah, and a state title on the line adds to it. But like we said, the previous
judges,
fight,
Malcolm Bulmer, Andrew Campbell and Samantha Bulmer. Gee.
Tough job for the 3.
Oh, big left hook there.
But
Esgandari.
a rematch might be in order here, Pete.
Let's get over this one. Let's get over this one. This is what it's all about, though, Shri.
Yeah, and you can even hear the crowd getting really involved, chanting and giving coaching advice. It's amazing, and the mouth guard goes out of Alex Don with the right hand landed by Esgandari. Kenny, this is a bit dangerous here.
Slam bang! Round 6.
Someone's got to get the mouth guard.
After this fight.
Round 7 of this contest for the Victorian State middleweight title. Mike Esgandari and Alex Don, and what a contest we've seen so far. Terrific toe-to-toe action, and the pace has still continued to be quite intense heading into the back end of this fight. So we saw Alex Don's mouthpiece fly out the end of the previous round, and it seemed like the momentum has shifted to Mike Esgandari, and Esgandari has started off very strong early in the 7th.
A big announcement. Sean Buckley has given $1,000 to both fighters. There's $2,000 already. These guys are going to be richer by the end of the fight, and deservedly so.
Wow.
Don lands a big right hand.
Yeah, no, deservedly so indeed. What a fight we're seeing right now.
I mean, the main event hasn't come up.
Yeah, you'd think this would be the main event, the way it's going.
It's going to be a hard one to score, Shri. How have you scored it so far if you're a judge?
Yeah, as a judge, I reckon the fight's just about even. You had the 2 10-8 rounds for each fighter at the first 2, and then the last 4, Esgandari's a couple of rounds he looks like he's been on top, and the same to Don. It's around even, I'd say, but I won't say that with any certainty.
Oh, big right hand there from Don. Esgandari tries to counter. Ultra-tuned CEO Sean Buckley with $1,000 per fighter, and they deserve it.
Yeah, they certainly do. This is terrific boxing, and this is what paying fans want to see, and it's incredible viewing.
Oh, both fighters finishing strong. As we mentioned before, it's going to be a hard fight to score.
Esgandari looks like he's gone on top in this second half of the round. Those hooks are seeming to be causing Alex Don a bit of trouble. He's in the jab now, Esgandari.
Oh, Don getting some short, sharp in. This has been fight of the year written all over it.
20 seconds remaining.
20 seconds to go. Someone's going to finish strong. There's still Don getting some good shots off.
Yeah, this last 20 seconds is going to be interesting.
Esgandari landed some shots. Toe-to-toe stuff.
That's about round 7. Last round coming up.
And the 8th and final round here between Alex Don and Mike Esgandari for the Victorian State middleweight title.
Please, Sri, don't ask me to score it.
It's going to be incredible to see what the result is, but this round is probably going to decide it.
Both fighters already started with shots on each other. They haven't taken a foot off the pedal, and it's just a testament to this type of training from both camps, because you've got Mick Hargraves, who's an old school trainer, and Daryl Ford. They're both testament to the fight game, and have just tuned both their fighters out sensational, because both fighters have bit the dust, both fighters have been hurt, and both fighters have been able to recover and still be in the fight.
Yeah, it is quite an achievement. So 8th round, this is the final round, and everything's on the line.
Adam Wilcock has done a marvellous job on Alex Don's cuts, because he was bleeding badly and he hasn't bled.
Yeah,
so good cut work there from Adam Wilcock.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job here. And Alex Don,
also a partner of the main guy in Las Vegas that we've been with a couple of times. Yeah. Greg Cohen.
Yeah.
A good buddy of yours.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah, the strong finish has to come from someone here, because it could be the difference. That's how 50-50 it's been. Who has won this fight?
Could be the winner of this round, and this round is pretty tight at the moment.
Could we see a draw, Shree?
I would say that is definitely a possibility.
Yeah. And then a rematch, of course.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Sean Buckley could have split him. He gave him $1,000 each.
Yeah.
Final minute of this fight, and both fighters, I'm sure they've still got a bit in the tank, but they'll be happy to see the finish line the way this fight's gone.
Both are looking for the finish. Both need to finish strong.
Yeah, Esgandari's done well in finishing rounds, you must say.
This is the last one. You cannot leave any more in the tank.
Nice hook there, right hook by Esgandari. Who's going to go for broke in these last few seconds? Don gets Esgandari against the ropes. What's he going to do? Esgandari comes back.
This has been an unbelievable finish.
Final seconds here, final seconds. And they both see it, the end's coming, and they're going, throwing heavy shot after heavy shot, and what a finish to an incredible fight.
Ovation for two warriors. Mr. Sean Buckley, please come up to center ring. Sean, go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. The Victorian Middleweight Championship, Judge Malcolm Mulner, and at 76-74. Andrew Campbell, 77-73. Final card, Samantha Mulner, 77-74. Unanimous points winner and new Victorian Middleweight Champion, blue corner, Audomrit Esgandari.
Very tough fight, hopefully we won.
Okay, thank you to your company or Sean's company for the generosity. Hey guys, we talked to Iron Mike. He's surrounded by his mates in center ring. Have a big round of applause there for Alex. Diamondstein, what a great battle. Diamondstein. Diamond Cup. promoter Kickboxing Promotions. This is the Frank Bianco Memorial Cup main event of the evening. Thank you for joining us at the Malvern Stadium. Friday, March 27, 2015. Altitude main event. The previous fighters received a $1,000 bonus each boxer. Alex Don and Audomrit Esgandari for War for Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rock? Are you ready to box? We've talked that talk, but can you walk that walk? She will. She is still. Now it's time to face the music. You've seen the rest. Now let's get ready for bigger, maybe ours' best. Here we go, introducing first the challenger in the blue corner from St Kilda East, specialist kickboxer Muay Thai, participant, now professional boxer, 75-65, his weight at the official weigh-in last night in Queensroy, Melbourne. 4 professional fights, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. From Fight Fit, South Melbourne, with Paul the Silver Fox, 5 film, Brendan the Pacer from the Western District in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing Collingwood colours, black with white trim. Challenger Eric, the Diamond Cup, Diamondstein. Mark Mullen in the corner as well. And across the ring in the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, from Boxing North, he's twice been the Victorian Super Middleweight Champion, hold the WBC Asia Pacific Super Middleweight crown. He enters the ring with a perfect 6 fights, 6 wins, no losses. Working out of shadow boxer, health and head coach, the rocket, Breese, like father, like son, at 76.20 kilograms. Blue trunks with a touch of white, with RB being blazoned on the front. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending Victorian Super Middleweight Champion, Ryan Bullet Breese. His World Championship official, Malcolm Boulder, to step in the center ring. Judges, Mr. Andrew Campbell, Mark Cook, and Samantha Boulder. 8 rounds of boxing, Daniel Audomrit, timekeeper at the bell. Let's get it on!
Have a good clean fight away by such a long time. Good luck to both the fighters. May the best man win. Shake hands now for my friend in the middle.
Over top, ladies, your ringside position.
Nearly fell through the ring.
Here we go.
And it's main event time here at the Melbourne Town Hall. Fighting for the Frank Bianco Cup, Eric Diamondstein and Ryan Breese. And this promises to be a cracking contest over 8 3-minute rounds. And we see also the Victorian State Super Middleweight title on the line. So Diamondstein and Breese both are exciting prospects in the Victorian boxing scene. You've got Ryan Breese, who's got an undefeated record of 6 wins from his 6 fights with 3 knockouts, and Eric Diamondstein with 2 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw from his 4 fights. So this promises to be an exciting bout and a worthy main event.
It certainly does, Shree, and look, both fighters, as we mentioned, evenly matched, and Ryan Breese being a southpaw, it makes it awkward for Eric, doesn't it?
It does, and that's certainly going to test Eric. And Breese has come out actually pretty quick, pretty composed, but Diamondstein seems to control the centre of the ring at the moment. Movement, the side-to-side movement by Breese is looking pretty impressive. He's the one with the 6-0 record. He's had a terrific start to his career and hopes to continue that tonight.
This has been a big performance by Mike Esgandari, the previous fight. It's hard to settle into a fight after you just saw what you saw, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point. And now it's main event time, and what a fight night we've had so far.
it's like the other fight was enough. I mean, we're going to get another war here, and it's just...
Yeah.
Ryan Breese, trained by his father, Rick Breese. As we mentioned, a southpaw, which is a big advantage. He's the current Victorian super middleweight champion and WBC ABCO champion. Eric Diamondstein, he's trained by Paul Fifield, 5 Fit Gym in South Melbourne. Quite an accomplished kickboxer, over 40 professional kickboxing fights, Commonwealth titleist as a kickboxer. As a pro boxer, got a very decent record. I mean, he's had a draw with Alex Don, which is great form now looking into this fight.
Yeah, it's quite relevant, and we saw Alex Don put on quite an exciting performance, as I touched on, with Mike Esgandari, and this fight certainly is promises to be also an exciting encounter. As we go to the end of the first round, quite a fast pace. Looks like Ryan Breese is taking control at this stage.
Ricky Breese. In the tournament, we're going to have Ricky Bianco. Seconds out, round 2.
Round 2, schedule 8 3-minute rounds. And a massive card here at Malvern Town Hall. Hussein Dehaini, first round icing of Bentley Shefford, very impressive. Want to see more of him. Khoder Assi, very workmanlike, and he fed in Yingyut. Then we saw Lewis Goodrich and Cameron Eyes. Cameron Eyes taking the title off Lewis Goodrich via a 6th round or start of 7th round stoppage by the corner, Murray Thompson. Moved into Michael Zerafa, who was very impressive against Singmanasak. And Alexander Don and Mike Esgandari was a war. These guys are now starting to put the pedal to the metal, and Ryan Breese cut. We don't know how that cut was caused, but he's definitely cut.
Right, Breese has really come out explosively in this round.
From Breese.
Terrific right hook there, and Breese is definitely forcing the pace here.
He's cut though, and he could be. Is he cut on the bridge of the nose?
Looks like it.
Or is he cut in between the eyes? That's the thing I'm trying to establish here. But the good news is, for the viewers, I don't think it's getting in his eye right at the moment, but it could.
Yeah, it's like right down the middle, so which is better than what Alex Don might have had to encounter in the last fight.
Which is a bit of a strange one.
Breeze has certainly got volume punching in abundance. This is a terrific display here by Breeze at the moment.
It is, but it's a second round, and I mean, Diamondstein looks like he's trying to pace himself here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and he still seems very composed, so it's going to be interesting to see how he negates Breeze's style, particularly given the southpaw.
Trying to work out where Breeze is cut. Is it the inside of the eye? Sure.
Could be. Oh, a nice little left hand there by Diamondstein. Certainly looks more towards the right eye. The cut. And a nice right hand by Ryan Breese. And Breese is certainly quite an active puncher.
But this is what it's all about, though. Both fights, well, the last 2 title fights have been unbelievable. The whole 3 Victorian title fights have been testament of Victorian titles, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have had. Each fighter has had to earn the title.
That's round 2. Big caps. Listen, that was Louis Sydney.
Malcolm Bulmer, the 3rd man in the ring, has just instructed all judges that the cut on Ryan Breese is caused by an accidental clash of heads. So that's an interesting point if it gets stopped on cuts.
Yeah, that is an interesting.
We go to the scorecards.
And looking at the first 2 rounds, The fight is interestingly poised.
Ryan Breese, a very busy southpaw, isn't he? He's a hard guy to fight.
He is, and I think Diamondstein is finding his style a bit awkward. But credit to Diamondstein, he keeps coming forward and he hasn't really been caught by many heavy shots.
He hasn't. And Diamondstein, you can see he's got a game plan and they've done their homework on him.
Yeah.
It just looks like he's hiding a nice ace up his sleeve, doesn't it?
It does. Maybe a diamond.
Well, he is a diamond cutter, but at the moment, Ryan Breese ain't getting cut anywhere. A fight fought in great spirit, though, as they all have here tonight.
They all have. And in this main event now, 8 rounds. That's a very important point, because you looked at the last fight, for instance, and down the stretch, you felt like Esgandari probably won the fight because of the last couple of rounds. He kind of edged him slightly with his ability to land the cleaner shots. It's going to be interesting to see how this fight continues, given the high intense volume of Ryan Breese and Diamondstein's willingness to keep coming forward.
That's a good call, Shree. You have worked it out perfectly. That's why you're on the big bucks. Eastside Boxing. Get on that website and have a look at some of Shree's articles. He's also on Twitter. Big right hand there. What's your Twitter name?
Sri_Visawasam.
Get on there and get some great information off Shree. He does his homework. This fight's starting to heat up. It is heating up. Don't go anywhere. We're going to see another big finish here tonight. I think the chapters have not been concluded here tonight as far as money coming out of Sean Buckley's pocket. He might be forking out again if it's another great fight. It's already 2K lighter after the last fight.
And he seems quite willing to put out the money if the fight's exciting. And look what we're seeing right here.
Caught then. Diamondstein got caught in the middle of the flurry there.
He did, but he's still coming forward, Diamondstein. I think he's not too phased about Breeze's power, so you got to give him credit.
I think Diamondstein's enjoying the main event status too. These boys are. It's a big crowd in their main event, fighting for a title.
You won a bit successfully for us tonight. We thank George K from Clams Seafood, exquisite.
Round 4 of scheduled 8-round contest between Eric Diamondstein and Ryan Breese for the state Victorian super middleweight title. And what a fight we've seen so far, Peter.
Yeah, it's been a cracking fight, and look, it's going to start getting to the pointy end of the fight too pretty soon, and it's going to be interesting to take incentive here, because the filling out process has gone right out the window now. They're trying to now both land power shots and take basically rounds and take the fight.
Yeah, and you feel that Diamondstein's starting to get himself a bit more into the contest now. He's gotten a bit more time to adjust to Breeze's
lands a right hand there, Diamondstein.
Yeah, that was a terrific right hand, and Breeze felt his power right there.
Breeze acknowledged it, but went straight back onto the jab, and that's probably the best punch in boxing.
And how was Eric Diamondstein on SEN this week, Peter?
I was basically referee to Finey and I. Finey and I had the 13th round inside the studio. It was great listening, and I think they replayed it again in the mornings. But that's what radio's all about. And Finey, great co-host of Radio Ringside, good mate of mine, and gives us all an opportunity to spruik the good word of boxing.
It's terrific.
Eric Diamondstein here looks comfortable though, doesn't he, at all times?
He does.
But saying that, Ryan Breeze's work rate's terrific.
He just can't allow to lose rounds here, Diamondstein. I think his work rate probably isn't at the pace that he probably should be, given Breeze's output, and he lands a nice body shot there, Breeze.
this has been more than we can anticipate with our cracking Victorian title fights, Sri, and that goes to show you don't need regional titles, you don't need international opponents. You give a local a go, you give them a title, and you're going to get a ripper fight.
Yeah, you are, and 2 cracking Victorian title fights are seen tonight, and this is the 3rd, and this contest is certainly just up for grabs here going towards the second half of the fight.
I mean, oh, Diamondstein landed a nice left hook there.
And he's starting to land the cleaner shots here, Diamondstein.
Round 5 here, Victorian super middleweight title, Eric Diamondstein and Ryan Breese.
And this fight looks like it's going to go the full distance, you get the feeling.
Of course, you do. And you get the feeling it's going to be another hard one to score.
Yeah. And Breeze has been the more active puncher, but Diamondstein's figured a way to get his punches out and negate that work rate.
Yeah, it's been an interesting battle, hasn't it?
It has been. It's just that I wonder how the judges are interpreting work rate versus connectivity here.
That's a good call. That's a good call. It's one of those situations where you look at a fight and you think, well, Breeze looks the busier and Diamondstein looks the craftier. So one of them's going to execute a game plan that's going to probably start taking this fight by the scruff of the neck, but it hasn't happened. They're both sort of toing and froing through trying to get the incentive.
Yeah, and as we kind of referred to in the previous 2 title fights, is that the championship rounds, and we're really starting to get in towards that territory where a fight may open up in one fighter's favour.
That's a great call. That is a great call, and testament to the fight night. No one has left. Everyone's still here, and that's what boxing's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and you get fighters who've got a pretty decent followings that fans just might want to see them, but it doesn't look like that's been the case. Everyone has stayed here and have really supported all the fights.
20 past 11 on a Friday night, Malvern Town Hall, March 27, and people are still here. It's still not a vacant seat, standing room only, and been a big night of boxing.
Yeah, it's been great, and this title fight is still up for grabs for both fighters, and both fighters are really giving a good account of themselves. Comes in close with a few hooks there, Diamondstein. Do you feel like Diamondstein likes working the angles?
He does. He's an old crafty type of fighter, isn't he? You can tell he studies the game. He's one of these guys that probably watches a fight 10 times over. Intelligent fighter. Ryan Breese landed some nice shots. Geez, impressive tonight, Breeze, though, isn't he?
He has been.
We're counting down on Friday night at Melbourne Stadium.
Here we go, round 6. Can we take any more of this, Shri? It's testing us, really. My voice is nearly gone. I don't know how you're feeling, but I don't think I'll be able to speak tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. It's been an incredible night, and this fight is still anyone's.
You've got Mel in the corner, Rick Breese, Steve Ajdar, who fought in Macau. Big crew, and in the other corner you've got Paul Fifield, Mark Mullins,
Dinesh Khan,
Cameron Eyes. It's just massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Both executing game plans, both trying to get the structure and the, let's just say the pattern to win this fight. Let's just say they're trying to open up a vault. They're trying to find a secret code to open the door to win this fight at the moment, and both are right in the fight, aren't they?
Yeah, they both are, and this is a nice little flurry here by Breese, but doesn't look unfazed. He looks unfazed by it all, Diamondstein, and comes back moving forward. Let's see what offense he has to offer. Some good shots there landed by Breeze.
Oh. Diamondstein's tough, isn't he?
He's tough.
Old school walk-up, tough type of fighter.
Yeah, he keeps moving forward. You feel like he needs to put a bit more output in his punches, because I think he's not landing enough or throwing enough in this round. But he's never really looked hurt, Diamondstein. He's been able to take punches, and his defense is quite strong, but his work rate has been a bit low. Well, certainly been lower than Breeze. He just needs to have that effectiveness in his shots.
Good call. That's a great call. It's going to be an interesting finish, isn't it?
It is.
Seconds.
The crowd is cheering hard in this finish to the 6th round, and what a fight we've seen so far.
Round 6. Seconds out. Round 7. 10-element round of the night.
Round 7, a terrific fight night here, Shri. You don't want the fight night to end. It's one of those nights where you just want it to keep going, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're a boxing enthusiast.
You don't, and yeah, it's been terrific. Each fight, has been excellent. You've had that first round knockout by Dehaini over Shefford, and then you've had some other contrasting fights, like the fight with Khoder Assi. And then you've got the fight with Goodrich, which was ended on cuts. And then you had Zerafa's dynamic stoppage. And obviously the Esgandari war with Alex Don. And now you got the main event. It's like, how good can this night get?
Anton Sevcek will probably be watching this and putting the results up on BoxRec. But it won't tell you how good the night is, just looking up BoxRec, will it?
It wouldn't. No, yeah, it's something that you have to see.
Oh, what happened there, Shri?
It looked like a body shot there was landed by Diamondstein.
It caught the attention of Breeze.
Yeah, it did, and he circled out of that corner because he could have got himself in a bit of a hole there against the ropes.
Diamondstein now needs to land 2 or 3 big shots, you feel, to start swinging this fight his way.
Yeah. You feel like Breeze hasn't really tasted Diamondstein's power yet. The full force of it.
And you just feel that the last round's probably, one of them has to make a big mark in the last round to basically say you've won the fight comfortably.
Yeah, to punctuate the result. Diamondstein, you feel, might be behind here, but he's still in this fight, and yeah, if he can land a couple of heavy shots, can really get that momentum on. He's had a terrific amount of support, Eric Diamondstein. A lot of diamond cutter shirts we can see in the crowd.
Oh yeah, he's popular here, and he's invited back any time he likes. And same with Ryan Breeze. They've both got star qualities written all over them. They could both possibly fight for Australian titles. It wouldn't be out of the question.
interesting round we've seen so far in round 7, and as we approach the end, we're going to see an explosive final round, you feel.
Diamondstein might have worn one on the nose there.
Let's bring them
Walking
home.
all straight right on the nose. It's a bit of clarity.
Yeah, there is.
I think it was right at the end of the round. He walked in on straight left.
Take it over in seconds out. 8-man fun round.
And here we go, Peter, the 8th and final round.
Been a great fight night. It's a shame it's the last round, and it's a shame it's the last fight of the night. Both guys are just going for war here, aren't they?
They are, and yeah, this is a great way to finish a fantastic night of boxing, and it'll be interesting to see how this final round pans out, because I'm sure both fighters won't leave anything on the line.
As we mentioned, Ryan Breese being a southpaw, it's a massive advantage, isn't it? Especially a southpaw knows how to move. He moves well.
He does. He moves well, and he uses that jab quite effectively, and I think he uses it to negate the forward pressing Diamondstein. Leaving it all on the line here, both fighters, and as we approach the final minute or so, you feel that there's still a fair bit to go in this round. And Breeze opening up a bit more here. But Diamondstein keeps coming forward.
He does, and just forcing the pace all the time, isn't he?
He does. He does. Breeze seems to be on control at the moment, and as he put forward a heavy combination here, but Diamondstein doesn't stop, and
both fighters looking for the finish.
they are, and we haven't seen a knockdown this whole fight, and you don't think we're going to see one in this final minute or so, but you feel that both fighters are going to go toe-to-toe for the next, until the bell rings.
Both fighters, true warriors. Both fighters been a great effort, hasn't it?
It has been, and you've got to give them both credit. They've trained hard, they're prepared for the full 8 rounds, and they've given it their all. And
the crowd really loving it.
Yeah, they're really appreciating this fight and the effort the two fighters are putting in.
It's going to be a standing ovation for both of them, I feel.
Yeah.
Both left nothing in the tank.
30 seconds
it all in.
remaining.
Half a minute to go now. And can Diamondstein open up and land them heavy shots?
Diamondstein needs a strong finish down the stretch.
And a nice looping right hand there by Diamondstein.
10 seconds.
And both fighters here, here we go.
Both fighters now looking for the finish. They have left nothing in the tank.
And a terrific quality 8-rounder here at the Melbourne Town Hall, and what a fight we've just seen as the main event between Eric Diamondstein and Ryan Breese.
Ricky and Frank and Mick Gunner, come on down, please. Before we announce the winner, Mick, great man Frank, and great tribute tonight.
Terrific, mate. Great turn up. All his family and friends are here, and what a great night of fights. Been terrific, mate. Couldn't be happy.
Good stuff, Mick. We have a unanimous decision. Mark Cook had an 80-73. Andrew Campbell, 79-74. Final card, Samantha Mulder, 78-74. Unanimous points winner, and still Victorian Super Middleweight Champion, Ryan Breese. Shadow boxer. Big round of applause there for the Diamond Cutter, Eric Diamondstein. Paul with tremendous courage tonight. Always Paul. Disappointed or fair decision?
Been very flashy. Red by time.
Very tactful. Yep. Okay, guys, a very fitting tribute tonight to your dad.
That was great. The turnout's been awesome tonight, and yeah, it's a great honour for the old man. So thanks to Mick and Peter, it's been awesome.
Good stuff. Okay, Ryan, you off? You got your punches off first. Jab move.
Yeah, I knew Eric is a real walk-up fighter. He's tough as nails, so the plan was just to not try and mix it with him because he's probably too strong for me. And yeah, it worked out in the end. So it was good. Yeah, we had a good head clash, I think, in the second round, and I thought that was going to finish the fight actually, but no, luckily it worked out.
Good corner work.
Yeah, my corner's unbelievable. We've got the best corner in the business. These guys are phenomenal.
Even Melissa came from her 21st birthday to join you at ringside. I've never seen so many people in the corner.
Yeah, I have to give a special shout out to Mel. We all love you to death. You've come from your daughter's birthday party to get here for me, and I love you. We all do. You're the best, and thank you so much for all your help. You're one of a kind.
Rick, hop in the ring.
Before everyone leaves, it's been a great night. Thanks for all coming and supporting. And in the Bianco family, thank you. It's been an honour and a humbling experience to share this with you guys. I know you suffered a great loss late last year, cannot be replaced, but we want Frank's legacy to live on, and we're happy to do it every year. If you guys can do that and we keep Frank's name up. Everyone's got a jug to take home and have a drink on Frank tonight. And Mick Gatto, the biggest heart in the room. Thanks, Mick, again. We could get Mick to come back next year for the Frank Bianco Cup, Mick. What do you reckon? Mike Tyson? Whoever. Thanks, Mick. The next event here, July 10, we'll see everyone here. Ultra Tune, Sean Buckley, Sam Bourne will be here. Hopefully you'll have sold all the Manny Pacquiao shirts by then.
Paris Productions have brought this extravaganza from the Collingwood, not Collingwood, we used to be at Collingwood, from Malvern Stadium, Peter Maniatis events with Ultra Tune. The Frank Bianco Cup, won by Ryan Bullet Breeze. He blew them away in the main event. Good night to you all from Malvern Stadium. Friday Night Fights. Howard Lee signing off.